Welcome to the top 10 worst Wish graphics card ads of April 2020. This is otherwise known as the iffys because for me, there are a lot of important awards that go out. I really think we need to award the ads on Wish that go above and beyond just being a scam graphics card. These are the best of the best, the cream of the crop. So welcome to the first award ceremony you'll be watching from and my mind is literally about to go insane. So welcome, let's get started. We're going to be taking a look from the top down, starting with number 10 and going to the very best. This list has been compiled by me and a bunch of friends. We sat here last night and compiled a good old list full of all these things that make you really regret even looking on certain websites. So without further ado, thank you to my buddy Jacob, Party, and all you guys that were helping out with this list. And let's get ourselves started, shall we? So number 10. I know everyone's just excited. You know, y'all should be clapping at home, guys. Just get the claps going. Yes. For number 10, we have ourselves a 3GB unnamed, no brand graphics card. So when you go looking for graphics cards, I'm assuming the first thing that comes to mind is you worry about the speed of the graphics card. If it's 4.1 gigahertz, which I know they don't specify, it's likely the VRAM speed, but still 4.1 gigahertz or 4,104 megahertz is still a pretty impressive speed for any GPU today. Honestly, it's still a pretty impressive speed for CPUs. So I think that graphics card at least deserves to be on the list for its questionable marketing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so the next one. We've got ourselves a computer graphics card, a 960, GTX 960, but all the pictures call it driver disk. So this is a driver disk GTX 960, which is also fake, do I mind you, just because I've literally bought these. The shroud is literally the definition of fake graphics card. So I'm not too particularly worried about it being fake. It is. So that being said, we've got what, 4GB DDR5, not even GDDR5, 4GB of DDR5, and it's a pretty Next up, we have a prime example of what I call I don't think you're getting what you paid for. So in this ad, it says GTX 1050 Ti 4GB video card. Okay, it's a little overpriced, just a little bit, but okay. And then all the pictures include a GTX 1660. So I understand that everyone's sitting there going, I wonder if that's actually what it is. But in reality, I just want to put out, it's a mismatch. So it gets our number 7 place. Don't you hate that annoying, pesky 6-pin connector? I mean, who needs it? What's it for? Well, you know, let's just have the option of getting rid of it altogether. Do you want a 6-pin connector or do you not want a 6-pin connector? I mean, And honestly, the best part is, you know that the 6-pin connector correlates to a higher power graphics card, whether it be from a 750 Ti to maybe a 770. Well, I don't know, not 750. Yeah, who knows? It correlates to something more powerful, and who knows what they're pulling that out of. So it's more expensive. Now, obviously, $100 for a graphics card is almost in the range of a used 1050 Ti, or almost even a new one. So my question to ask here is, would you rather get a DDR5 GTX 950 with or without the power connector? Now I know someone's commented, oh yes, the 1050s have external power connectors optional. Yes. I don't think they have that much time or investment to go through and make more powerful graphics cards from a 750, 450, all those cards. I don't think so. So that gets our number 7th place on the list. Let's move on to even better. Hey, if any of you are graphics card collectors, this guy will be your favorite. This is a GTX 106. No, I don't mean 1060. It's a GTX 106. Now, I also want to point out the fact that there were a lot of contenders for this place, and there were a lot of ads or pages that demonstrated the same thing. They pretty much just put this exact same post, copy, paste onto a different ad, and there was a lot of GTX 106s. So for this, we gotta give this place the 6th place to all the GTX 106s on Wish currently. So I just want to say congratulations to all those people that don't even know the exact name of a graphics card. Now, I mean, technically it's a catch whatever the catchphrases are, and it's really not necessarily a real graphics card. So when they sell you garbage, and I would use a stronger word than garbage, but this is a Christian channel, so we're just going to keep it that way. When they sell you lower than garbage, they can at least say, hey, it's a GTX 106, which doesn't exist. We made it up, therefore, that's what you got paid for. I mean, But I just want to point out the fact, it says 4K Ultra HD. I don't know what 4K Ultra HD you're going to be playing with the GTX 450 Ti, but please, by all means, with your 2 FPS, just a round of applause for the GTX 106s. So, I don't even know where to begin here. Let's start off with a couple things. First off, this is an 8 gigahertz GTX, I don't know. I really don't know what they're calling this. But it's a gaming graphics card for PUBG and 3D games. So, for obviously here, there's a couple questions that are raised. Well, you clearly have 8,008 megahertz of extreme processing power. Not only will you currently hold the world record for the fastest GPU in history, you'll probably even get up there pretty high in CPU performance on some of those benchmarking sites. I'd really like to see someone turn a GPU into raw CPU performance, and it'd probably even still perform better. So my question to ask again, 800 megahertz. I know this is probably what they're referring to the VRAM or where they copied it from, but still, you're going to put that first up on the list? Dude, that better be the clock speeds. So here is a GTX 750 1GB graphics card, only with one minor difference. Whoever decided to make this shroud, I'm going to make this card because it's probably recycled from somewhere. Whoever decided to make this wonderful card likely didn't know that there's no such thing as a GTX 700. So, if you take a look at this ad, you can clearly see there's a GTX 700 printed onto this shroud. Now, not only will I go on the list and say likely this is also a scam graphics card just because this is a similar style of all the shrouds that I've seen, also, I just think it's quite funny that we have a GTX 700 literally in the picture. So, I mean, if you want a card that no one else on the planet has, well, I mean, obviously they do, then you're welcome to buy this, collect it, but it's not going to be worth your money, and it's probably also not going to be real. So whatever place we're on, I'm getting tired, but let's just say fourth place. So for a fake graphics card, I just want to point out the fact that this says it needs 400 watts. Now, if you were to do some Googling, I tried to figure out where they pulled this 400 watt number from because the GTX 1060, even 6GB, is rated around 200 watts at max load. So my curiosity got pretty strong. So we just started Googling, trying to figure out where they got this number from. And it turns out, if you Google what kind of power supply do I need for a GTX 1060, 400 watts is the answer. So I have a feeling that I don't know what 400 watts means in this context, except that your power supply is going to be pretty hefty. It's going to be up there. You're going to be pulling a lot of power comparing to, GTX 1080 Ti's and 1070s and 2070s and 2080s. That's a lot of power for a 1060. So for our third place, that's looking pretty good. I honestly don't even know what to say here. This is a... You want to make your own graphics card brand, guys? Just put a P in front of any name. NVIDIA, or Per-Adon, or AMD, or GeForce, because that looks like all they did here. And I want to point out the fact that they call it a NVIDIA GeForce GT 730 GPU, but it's a Per-Adon GT 730 2GB. I just want to point out the fact that, do you guys know of a Per-Adon? I mean, I don't, but I've never heard of that, though. So shout out to our Per-Adons out there for getting second place, guys. Amazing job. Such a great performance. But we finally arrived at the pinnacle of what it is to be a Wish graphics card and appear on our lovely award ceremony today. So I wanted to go through and just applaud all the current nominations and winners for getting to this point, because this is such a prestigious award. So I want to also take a moment to talk about our final contestant, the number one place, the best of the worst, or the most questionable of the questionable. What in the world could be getting us the most prestigious award on the planet for these graphics cards? So, I know today we focused on, in this video we focused on Wish. There'll be other websites, Amazon, I'm coming for y'all. But we're going to find the most questionable on all of them. So if you want to like this video, because we'll do more of them, I'm planning on at least. It's kind of fun. I've lost my mind because of so we're just going to keep on going. So, everybody, I want you all to start clapping because this is, I know you're watching this video at home and you're questioning my sanity, but you gotta, I just need some applause down there too, guys. So we've got the very first place. And for this graphics card, I have found something that we were laughing as we were going through pulling these up. Me, Jacob, and Party, who are the guys that I was playing with, or pulling these up with. We were laughing so hard at this specific ad because it is so wrong. So without further ado, for the winner of the April 2020 Iffy Awards, let's give it up for the GTX 2050 Ti. Now, I want you guys to just think there for a second. I know there's going to be some of you that may not be particularly familiar with graphics cards, so let me just explain why this is such a why this got the award. I'd like you to do a quick search for a GTX 2050 Ti. They don't exist. The 1650s do. The 1650, I don't know if they have a Ti yet, but I know the 1650 and 1660 both exist, but there was never a 2050. They stopped the 20 series at the 2060, and there is no card lower than that. So for this, I just want to point out that not only do they say this is a GTX 2050, and it is such a powerful card that it is stronger than a GTX 950 Ti, I also want to point out the fact that they have stronger than a GTX 950 Ti 650. Likely, the 650 is in there to say, that 650, that's actually what this card can best. It's probably a 650 itself. So, I just want to point out the fact that that's pretty, funny. So, for our winner, I just want to, one last round of applause, everybody, because I know everyone's isolated at quarantine and my sanity is gone. So, just a round of applause for all of our winners today. Also, if you have a suggestion, please send me, an email, send me on something on Discord. I will feel free to put it on there. If you have a site you want me to take a look at next, by all means. But I just want to say thank you for all our contestants for not voluntarily attending, but you posted on the website anyway. And thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my mental sanity breakdown, and please tune in next time for the next time OJ loses his conscience in the middle of... Have a good day, y'all.